Hello, I'm Derren Brown. Welcome to our 3D Magic Spectacular. Hopefully you have your 3D glasses at the ready. We're going to be showing you some amazing magic and illusions, all in 3 glorious Ds. So sit back, relax, put on your 3D spectacles now and prepare for an hour of hyper-perceptual eye cuddles. Good evening. You are about to embark upon a journey, a 60-minute sojourn of the senses, not to be measured in distance and time, but in sight and mind, and sight and mind. Tonight, you will be exposed for the first time to a full hour of incredible magic, tricks and stunts brought to you by the world's greatest magicians and performers, all in 3 dynamic dimensions. Now, I realise that to some of you this is a terrifying prospect. However, you're in good hands. Simply follow the on-screen instructions, which will tell you when to wear your 3D glasses, and this will ensure the operation is as pleasurable as possible. Now, there's one now, so if you haven't put on your glasses already, then do so immediately. Now, if for any reason you're watching this without the requisite eyewear, perhaps you don't have a pair, maybe you're too self-conscious or cool to take part, then all is not lost. The programme is still completely watchable and only slightly less amazing without them. But whether you watch this in 3D or 2D, I can promise you that we will not use the 3rd dimension as a cheap gimmick, but we'll use it only tastefully to expand your mind. So you won't be seeing any obvious props or tacky cliches such as swords or umbrellas or joke peanuts or children's guns or toys hanging on string to shock or amaze you. And neither will there be any extendable devices such as tape measures or telescopes. And even if you haven't got the 3D glasses, there's nothing to worry about, as we won't be using any of those things. Not a sausage. So now you're ready. Please sit comfortably and leave your preconceptions at the door. The signpost up ahead reads mystery and excitement. It's time to join the party. And what a party it's going to be. From the thrilling razzle-dazzle of Las Vegas, where magicians enjoy billowing flatulence and keep tigers with twinkling testicles, through to cutting-edge magic which will leave you cowering behind your cushions. The magic keeps coming right at you. We'll witness astounding bravery, astonishing tricks and amazing showmanship. It's a show so different, you'll hardly believe your eyes. This 3D spectacular is the ultimate dimension in magic. Terms and conditions apply. Always read the label. See promotional pack for details. Throughout the history of cinema, one particular genre which has especially benefited is that of the horror movie. Images of auditoria packed with bespectacled, bescreaming cinema-goers are synonymous with the world of the 3rd dimension. And it's this area we're going to look at in our next segment. I ask you earnestly to dim your lights and prepare to cower behind your single, lonely chair. Tell yourself, it's just a magic trick. It's just a magic trick. Hold on to your stomachs. It's Barry and Stuart.
We need everyone in these front tables here to reach into your bags or your pockets and take out for us your mobile phones. Yep, so do that now, reach in your pockets, take them out. You see, in a second, we are going to borrow a mobile phone from one of you guys.
Now, in the past, we found it difficult borrowing things from people in the crowd.
Yeah, people don't trust us.
So, recently, we developed a gentle, persuasive technique in order to get around this problem. You young miss, keep your hands where you can see them and give Barry your mobile phone. Give him your phone and we'll give you a wet willy with a knife.
What you just witnessed is a mugging.
Sorry about that one. Victim?
Victim.
Sorry, you're not a victim. What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Sorry about that, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Your pocket or your bag there's not a safe place to keep your mobile phone. Anyone could get their hands on it. It's a safe place for your pistol, but not for your phone.
No, there's a much safer place to keep your mobile phone.
And that is inside you. Right inside you, in your belly.
Because that way, no one can get their hands on it. And Rebecca, we are going to show you how we put your phone into Stuart's guts. And this is how we do it. Your phone will dematerialize from here in a mysterious yet carcinogenic puff of smoke like this. So now, the phone has gone from here and it travels invisibly to here in Stuart's belly. It arrives there in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God! It's in, I can feel it. Now, to show us all exactly where this phone is, we've brought along our very own X-ray machine.
There's no need to whoop, it's just technology.
Now, earlier today I drank a special radioactive fluid, Sunny D, and it means that your phone should show up on an X-ray picture. I'm just going to get into the X-ray machine here.
I've got the photographic plate, which goes in the front. When we turn the machine on, this will develop a picture and show us the precise location of Rebecca's mobile phone.
I'm just going to turn the machine on now, take a picture. I think it's done.
Well, let's have a look. Right, I ain't no doctor, but I can tell, looking at that ultra-real and no way fake picture there, that mobile phone is definitely inside you. Potential victims, listen up.
This is the safest place in the world to keep your mobile phone. No mugger can ever get his hands on it, because after all, there's only one way to get it out. Do it, Barry. Ah! You missed it.
Yep, I know I missed it.
Well, pull your hand out, go back, try again.
Stuart, I can't get my hand back. It's stuck on your ribs.
What?
I'm just gonna have to go forwards.
God! Shitting hell! When was the last time you clipped your nails, man?
Stuart, I've got a phone.
Becky, jump up here. Come on, quick as you can. Take the phone. You can see it's your phone.
It's your phone.
If you wipe off the blood and the bile, hopefully that thing still works.
Have a seat. Never again will you be called a victim. Victim.
Right, Barry, could you get out my stomach now? I think you've ruptured my colon.
Okay, but you know what? I think we should make a big finish out of this.
What do you mean?
You know, a real grand finale. There could be lights, music, acrobatics, and a massive shower of glitter.
Glitter? Like those magicians in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Stuart, I'm going to do a backflip.
Backflip? Wow!
Now, our next performers require no introduction, so prepare to be razzled, nay, dazzled, by the caramel charms of a pair who are unbelievable on so many levels. Having performed together for over 50 years, they have mystified crowds the world over. It is the regal razzmatazz of Siegfried and Roy. They were the first of their kind, the Liberaces of magic and the first super magicians to find a home in Las Vegas. From dressing like pirates to dry humping tigers in discos, oop, little flinch there, their show was in a dimension all of its own. One of their most spectacular illusions involves them being trapped inside giant dustbins which are crushed by an angry dragon. Not only could they genuinely die, but they could also break their hair. Wow, that was tense. It's just a shame no one told Roy they'd put super glue on the rope. Still, at least he's happy. More from Siegfried and Roy later. Oh, dear. It's time now for a break, but still to come on tonight's show, we have part-time warlocks, Barry and Stewart, master of flim-flam, Pete Furman, and my favourite performer of all time. Welcome back. Tonight on the 3D Magic Spectacular, by donning a pair of these fetching tridimensional Technicolor eye deluders, you can join me on a hallucinogenic ramble into your own television set. So far on the show, you'll have witnessed thrills as your own eyes have been enveloped in a deception of depth, and skills at the hands and minds of our menagerie of magicians. While next up we have chills, which is what happens when you multiply thrills by skills. Remember, whenever you see this graphic at the bottom of the screen, pop on your peepers, keep your arms and legs inside the car, and prepare for a drive into the domain of the deranged. And how deranged is this? Barry and Stewart, our gruesome twosome, chill the audience playing with razor blades and knives. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. And a handsome hunk shows off his skills in Venice. It's time once again to hop over the ocean, this time to the city of New York. Our next performer is not only unique in the world of magic, he's also a real one-off. So, babies and janitors, please welcome Marco Tempest.
And you can try this one yourself at home. Keep your 3D eyes peeled.
Hi there, I'm Marco Tempest here in New York City's Times Square with a virtual 3D card trick. Here we go. I want you to select one of these 5 cards. Remember the suit and remember the value. And make up your mind now. Got it? Perfect. Let's shuffle them up. Okay, and I'm gonna remove one of the cards, just like this. And if I was right, then your card is now gone.
Our next stop tonight in the stereoscopic world of the strange is with a performer who really puts all 3 Ds into 3D, a dangerous, death-defying daredevil. Ladies and gentlemen, hurtling through space at 1,000,000 billion miles an hour, it is Robert Gallop and his amazing death dive. This jail cell will soon be dropped from 18,000 feet. Locked inside will be the slightly crazy daredevil Robert Gallop, a modern-day Houdini. He'll be handcuffed and manacled inside this mailbag and have less than 60 seconds to free himself and reach his parachute, which he thought would be a good idea to attach here, on the outside of the cell. If he fails, he'll still be in the cell when it slams back to Earth. The plane has now reached its target altitude of 18,000 feet. Robert Gallop indicates that he's ready for his dive of death. The handcuffs are put on and then his hands and feet are chained together and padlocked. Chains are threaded through the holes in the top of the mailbag and then padlocked together. The cell door is closed and locked with his life-saving parachute on the other side. There's no turning back now.
much. It was a good day. Nobody died.
Thanks to Robert Gallup there, and I think a change of trousers as well as a change of pace are needed. So, a change of approach now to the magical arts, and a performer as unique as a red sock in a white wash. It's Pete Furman.
That's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, that's lovely. It's so nice to be here, and great that you people at home are watching in 3D. For you, it's going to feel like I'm right there in your living room, sat next to you, which actually puts me in breach of a number of restraining orders. So, this is a classic trick I'm going to do for you now. It hasn't been performed since 1830. Actually, come to think about it, it should be more like 7:15. It's 7:15. The jokes are in 2D, by the way. That's. We're going to begin with something using this. This is a balloon. Watch close. Notice it never leaves your sights. Try this in a knot. Here's the idea. In a minute, I'm going to pop the balloon. Instantaneously, a live canary will appear. It's going to fly out over your head. It's going to be beautiful. For you people at home, it'll feel like there's a canary flying around your living room. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, let's just do this. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. No, this shit can happen at any time. I'm going to continue now with a very dangerous feat. This is called the egg trick of doom. I'm going to be using these 3 glasses arranged here. Going to fill them with this water. I actually read a great quote the other day, W.C. Fields' quote. He said he didn't drink water because fish fuck in it, which I thought was really funny. He said that shortly before he died of massive dehydration. Okay, so I've got this here. I've got a tray thing that I'm going to balance on top of the 3 glasses. Thus, I also have 4 eggs here. Will the excitement ever cease? I need someone from the audience. This fella there, what's your name? Eugene! Would you come to the edge of the stage, Eugene? That'd be lovely. Some polite applause. That's enough. That's enough. That's pretty special, Eugene. What's that? What do you call that? A cry for help? No. Eugene, I've got 4 eggs here. Do me a favour, we're going to use 3 of them, but I want you to know they're real, so select one. You're way ahead of me, that's great. I'm going to take this, Eugene, and I'm going to break it, thus proving the eggs are real, okay? Yeah. You can sit down. Give Eugene a hand. He's a good sport. Okay, here's the idea. I'm going to arrange the 3 eggs on top of the 3 glasses on top of these 3 cardboard tubes. This is actually the hardest part of the trick. Well, that and thinking that you guys give a shit. All right? I'm going to bounce the eggs thus. All right? Here's the idea. In a minute, I'm going to whack this tray really, really hard. Okay? It's going to go flying pretty much towards you, Eugene, all right? The tubes are going to come along with it. Hopefully the eggs are going to stay where they are. They're going to fall into the glasses. The water will break their fall. They will not crack. Hopefully. Okay. Whacking the tray really hard from the back. And then the eggs, boom, you go crazy. You ready? Here we go. Whacking the tray. You know what? There was one thing I wanted to show. I didn't want to, not show you this. This is the world-famous vanishing cracker trick. Everyone watch the cracker. Don't take your eyes off the cracker. The cracker goes in my hand. It's going to disappear when I add some magic powder. Shazam! Yes! Pow! Pow! Da, 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 da. Woo! Pa, 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 pa. You know what? This isn't quite impressive enough. I think we can make this middle one a little bit taller. Look at that. This is now something you might find in Delia Smith's kitchen if she'd had a nervous breakdown. And I think there can be a little bit more showbiz, all right? Let's make this a little bit more showbizy. Let's hit this middle egg. I've got a sparkler here. I'm going to sellotape the sparkler to the egg. Eugene, ever taped a sparkler to an egg? Yes, I bet you have. All right, that goes on the middle like that. Beautiful. There we are. All right, we spark up the sparkler, okay? Hey? Oh, yes. Okay. The anticipation. Oh! Here we go. Haven't got much time. Slow hand clap. Let's try and do this. Here it comes. Yes! 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 Eugene! Eugene! Don't leave me hanging! Yes!
So far on our miraculous mystery tour, we've travelled far and wide. Now it's time to cast our kaleidoscopic net even further as we travel to Venice, Italy, to a performer who could simply be the finest of our age, a true envelope pusher, consistently raising the bar with his astonishing feats. He's also, I feel, one of the most fanciful men on television. Enjoy. I'm here to meet Count Francesco da Mosta, who doesn't like anyone kissing his wife. James, hi, nice to see you. Thank you very much for doing this. We've told you a little bit about what we'd like you to do. You've brought an object with you.
Yes, I have it.
A secret object.
A secret, completely.
And your job is going to be to go and hide this small object somewhere here in Venice, somewhere in the San Marco district of Venice, which we're looking at, what, a couple of square miles?
Yeah. This is San Marco. We are here, and this is also Marco. It's quite big.
Okay, fantastic. You don't need this map, but I'm going to stay here with the rest of your family, and your job is just to make sure that no one is going to come and tell me where it's in it. You're going to make sure no one's following you, and I will see you back here.
Great, I'm going now.
Have fun, yes. Go
bye-bye. Ciao. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
You've done it?
Yeah.
All right. We've also gathered a crowd as well that we're going to take with us. These seem to be British tourists and some locals as well. So, just to kind of demonstrate the principle behind this, have you got a pen or something on you?
Yeah, a
right.
pencil.
Okay, so if you give your pencil to somebody here,
Okay.
if you take the pen, please just put it in your pocket and don't give me any clue or any indication that you've got it. All right? So I'll look the other way. Nobody tell me. Are you done?
Yeah.
Sorry, okay. If you just take a step forward here, and if you take the hand out of the pocket, that's right, and just hold on to my wrist like this. Okay. Now, the way all of this will work is that you, in your mind mind only, tell me where to move. You think left, right, that way, forward, stop, go back, whatever it is.
With my mind.
Only with your mind. Obviously, you don't say anything because it takes the challenge out of it. This may take a moment. Excuse me. Is it you, sir? Hey, excellent. One pencil. Thank you very much indeed. All right, so that's the idea. So there are certain rules that you follow. You must not give me any clues. You mustn't tell me. Doing it on such a big scale is a little different. Okay, here we go. Hand back on the wrist, please. We're going to begin with which direction we're going to walk in, all right? I've given myself a time frame of just 90 minutes in which to find Francesco's hidden object and complete the challenge. This way. Follow along. We're off. Wait a minute. Yeah, very good. This way. This way.
Non lo so.
Oh. Now, is that you stopping because... No. Let's go. No. I'm going to take that as a stop.
I don't think you can give me the hand here.
Muscle reading works through a phenomenon called ideomotor movement. Namely, that if you concentrate on the idea of moving in one direction, you'll make tiny unconscious movements that betray your thoughts. You'll certainly resist any gentle push in the wrong direction. More from Dennis later. I'm hoping that by now most of you are so impressed by your 3D experience that you're wondering exactly how it works. So let me explain. It's simple. During the screening of tonight's programme, tiny cubes of light have been ejected from your screen to your eyes at an extremely high velocity. Much like this Rubik's square, each face of these minuscule light blocks are made up of a mishmash of colour randomly dotted all over the surface. Now, hitting your 3D glasses, these light blocks are then squeezed through tiny holes in each of the lenses and boomerang into the eyes and then down to the brain. Now, once here, the subconscious takes over and predicts what the completed picture would look like in 3D. It is a wonderful optical illusion, and while scientifically amazing, is untrue. Of course, there's also the rather woolly New Age theory that it's achieved by two cameras, taking a double image, each of which is magically coloured to reflect the filters on the 3D glasses, and then coupled with the theory that as animals we're somehow created with a form of binocular vision. This creates the illusion of depth on your television when overlapped and played. It's insulting, isn't it? You can be the judge. It's something for you to contemplate over the break. Take that for me. For decades now, I've been an explorer of the abstract dimension, which is the mind. And now, utilising my extensive training, I wish to heighten your visual perception to a new level. It'll only last a few moments, but by following this technique, you will experience a depth of vision and awareness of colour, which until now has been impossible through a television set. If you'd like to take part, place both of your feet flat on the floor and your hands onto your lap. Do this for me now. Next, close your eyes, do this for me, close them, and keep them closed until told to open them. Make sure they're closed. Good. Now place the index finger of your right hand onto your forehead. Keep your eyes closed. Now breathe in, hold it, keeping your finger on your forehead and your eyes closed, count to 3, then breathe out. Now remove your finger, keep your eyes closed, and prepare yourself for a place beyond both depth and time. Open your eyes. Amazing, isn't it? Now, if it hasn't worked on you, it should have worked on someone that you know. Now, don't worry, this state that I like to refer to as 3.5D won't last long. It should have worn off by the end of the next segment. There may, however, be a couple of side effects. If there are, the effects will be most noticeable around the hair and teeth of our next performers. Ladies and gentlemen, a duo firmly lodged within their own dimension. It's Siegfried and Roy. We're back to Vegas and to those dashing dandy Merlins where the smoking ban is yet to kick in. And their army of breasted she-bots and golden privates intends to keep it that way. deafening sound of the elephant as it was sliced into four and stuffed under the stage. Ta-da! That was Siegfried and Roy, Vegas's answer to Richard and Judy. Now, it's a little-known fact that Siegfried and Roy actually had a child in the 1980s, and tonight we're lucky enough to introduce him to you in full 3D. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Pete Furman.
Thank you so much. That's lovely. Earlier in the show, you've seen a couple of fellas in Las Vegas doing spectacular stuff, and there was one bloke that was jumping out of an aeroplane and escaping from handcuffs, but I thought it might be quite cool to bring a little bit of razzmatazz here to Old London town. Are you up for that? Yeah! All right, let's have some music! That's good. Feeling that.
Now something for you to try again at home. We go back to New York.
Hi there, Marco Tempest here in a rather dull and two-dimensional New York. Oh, I forgot those. Much better. Now for the 3D Magic Spectacular, I've prepared a magical experiment you can all try at home. So come very close to the television so you can actually touch it. Here are a dozen New York locations. The man-made ones are in red squares, and the natural ones are in blue squares. Now put your finger on any red square. You have a complete free choice. Now move your finger left or right to the nearest blue square. Now move your finger up or down to the nearest red square. Now move your finger diagonally to the nearest blue square. Okay? Now finally, move your finger left or right to the nearest red square. Now, did I get it right? Did I?
It's time now to return to the whippy mental embrace of the most alluring performer you'll see tonight. It's the conclusion to my own Venetian treasure hunt, so sit back and prepare to be astounded as two consenting men walk through the streets of the most romantic city in Europe, holding hands. Take just a step forward for me. Thank you. How long have you lived in Venice for?
I live 44 years old, something like that.
This way. Let go for a second. The 90-minute deadline is approaching, and I only have a vague sense now of where Francesco might have hidden the object. I'm waiting for his signals to become more urgent, which would suggest that we are nearing the end of the hunt. No. Yes. No. Hang on. Yes. Sorry. think we're close. So at any point, if we're there, you just need to think very clearly, stop.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, stop for a second. I think it's here somewhere. I'm going to get you to look around like that and to do a complete 360. When you're looking at the place that it's at, give me no reaction at all. You just continue to turn. Okay, go. So just start slowly, slowly. Okay, thank you. Stay there. Is this it? Is it some keys? Yes? Thank you very much. Wow.
First, I didn't know where to put the object. Then I arrived here, and that could be an idea on the line behind. And I put in, there was some people going around, so I waited. But there was no one around. And I went away, then I came back to have a look if it was there, just, like this, smoking a cigarette, nothing. And I was quiet that no one was going to have a look. I think he was reading my mind.
I was. Next on this reality-twisting road trip, some more hijinks from our devilish duo and their razor-sharp magic. It's Barry and Stuart.
And now, a cautionary tale about oral hygiene and demonic possession.
This is a tale unlike all the rest, about a young boy whose tongue was demonically possessed. So he kept his mouth shut, closed all day long, for if he opened his mouth, his tongue, it went wrong. Because of his tongue, he had no friends in his class. The boys would all kick him and rub his face in the grass. At dinner time, the girls would all stare. Every time he ate food, it went everywhere. One day in his room, tongue flapping away, he said to himself,
"This is the last day."
So he ran to the bathroom as fast as a dart, grabbed his dad's razor blade, then made sure it was sharp.
"Enough is enough,"
he said with a cough. Then uttered the words,
"I'll cut you right off."
His tongue started wriggling like an electric eel, but then snatched from his grasp that sharp blade of steel. The boy was worried and taken aback, so quick as he could, grabbed another blade from its pack. He opened his mouth, the boy was insane, but the tongue just whipped out and did it again. The tongue snatched one more blade, and then another, and one more made 5. With all that in his mouth, it was a wonder the boy was still alive. Enough of this shit, he thought to himself. I'll tie my tongue down with dental floss off the shelf. He broke off a bit about 16 inches long, then tried to tie his tongue down. But his tongue was too strong. It just sucked up the floss like a trail of spaghetti. It made him so nervous his brow got all sweaty. The boy was in shock, a complete state of awe, as his mischievous tongue took control of his jaw. Slowly, he reached into his mouth, grabbed the end of the floss, decided it was time to show the tongue who was boss. But as he wrenched out the floss, the boy was astonished. When the tongue took the floss, it tied all blades upon it. When he saw those blades tied, he got an idea. He could travel the world. This feat could make his career. He could be on stage and perform every night. And think of the pussy. He thought of it all right. The tongue that once upon a time made him cry, he now proudly flashed at passers-by. The tongue that had plagued him his whole damned life could now free him from all this trouble and strife. But as he dreamt of all those things he was needing, he didn't realise he was internally bleeding. He choked, and he spluttered. And then he died. But the worst thing of all, the tongue, it survived.
It's time again to remove your glasses and let your swollen brains rest a while from the onslaught of eye porn. Still to come, we take another trip to the dark side with Barry and Stuart and have a surprise performance from arguably the second greatest magician in history. Oh, hi. Welcome back to the final stop on our amazing optical adventure. We have indeed saved the best for last. This next performer is one I hold very close to my heart. Almost every magician can trace their career back to their childhood to seeing one performer who so mystified them that they decided on the spot to take up a life of mystery. This is mine. Don't let his age fool you. He's still at the age of 60, one of the sprightliest, mischievous, and most accomplished magicians on the circuit. He embodies the quiet mystery that we try to incorporate into our own act. And he has the most intense and unblinking stare that I've ever seen. Tonight, he will be performing one of the greatest tricks of all time, a personal favourite that I used to feebly attempt when I was working as a close-up magician in Bristol. Ladies and gentlemen, settle down and prepare for a treat. A real master at work.
Oh, hang on. Put him in the fountain over there. Go on in the fountain. God, that's more like it, isn't it? Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. Look who's here, everybody. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, Sooty? Hey. Oh, hey, come back here. Stand still. Look, let's get rid of that for you. Come, we don't want that, do we? We'll put it back in the fountain. That's more like it. In the fountain. Cool. Don't laugh at him, you'll cop it. Sooty, will you get up here and sort this out? Take it off his head. Come on, take it off his head. That's it. Wow! Oh!
Well, time is almost up on our brain-bending mind ride, yet we still have time for a few final three-dimensional delights. Throughout our eclectic egress this evening, we've experienced some of the world's greatest performers, ranging from the sublime to the shocking, through to the downright silly. Yet for our final part, it's only right that we raise the tone. So I'd like to leave you on something more cultured, proving that even the more highbrow art forms can benefit from the third dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, turn up the volume and pour the wine as we return once more to Barry and Stuart. And that's it. I'm afraid time's up on our fantastic foray into the third dimension. Hope you've all enjoyed the last 60 minutes. It's just a shame that by tomorrow morning none of you will actually remember it due to the prolonged exposure to 3D radiation. Either way, this is the closest most of you will ever come to touching me. Good night.
Well, this coming Saturday from 9:20 on 4, the greatest 3D moments ever of cinema, TV and pop. Tonight, Gordon Ramsay's F Word in 2D.